My name is Guillermo Berman, go by Willie. I'm a missions coordinator, and part of my job is to coordinate the missions of the church in Mexico with the assistance and partnership of U.S. churches and mission teams. When they come to serve here, I work on selecting the project and guide them to the process of doing these missions. Right now we're in Rio Bravo. That's where I'm the director of a ministry called Hands Together Ministry. Manos, Juntas, that's the translation. Manos Juntas is in the middle, where we can translate, where we can communicate the needs and also some of the options or solutions to some of these problems. So we are the ones that are connecting, and that's why we name it that way. Manos Juntas means hands together. It's not just to give away things, but it's also to hear the people that is there. And sometimes we think we understand what are their problems, but when you listen to them, you create a relationship with them, and then you're saying, okay, we need not just a building, but an ongoing relationship with these families. So Manos Juntas has established a couple of programs that are here locally in Rio Bravo, which is our clinic. And in the past, it was being open only when mission teams were here. Now it is being open every day of the week. We're focusing on helping those that cannot pay. They can pay a little bit, but they cannot pay all the prices that are there in the market. 27% of the people that come and see us are not paying a dime for our services. That's how we can look at the people that don't have anything to pay us. Last week, we have an old man that came and said, let me give you a little bag with cactus. We eat cactus in Mexico. We love it. And he brought us a couple of bags with cactus. He said, I have no money, I can pay with this. So we ate some cactus last week. But that's how we are connecting with the community. They know they can come, they know they can have their services here. If they can pay this small fee, great. If not, we will still serve. Saying phrases, let's say, whenever you can, preach. And if you have to, use the words. Something like that. But it is our actions and the actions of the people that serve here that are the ones that are touching the lives of people. So when we're in the streets and we're serving people, they ask themselves, why are you helping me? And that's the opportunity that we have to say, you know, this is a gift from God for you through the church or through Manos Juntas. And that's how we are connecting with the people. The church needs to do this kind of work, either doing construction or teaching sewing classes, teaching English as a second language, having a clinic, and they are using these non-profit organizations to present a testimony of service to the community and having the people around know that the church is supporting these ministries to serve them. So that's why we're using the gifts and talents of our mission teams and the gifts and talents of the people in the church to connect and then serve the community. That way the church is spreading out the message that the church here is not only on Sundays, but it's also Monday through Saturday, focusing on the needs of the people, but also understanding the gifts and abilities of those that want to serve as volunteers. Another part of what we share with our teams is that they're not bringing God to us. They're coming to join God in the mission that He already has been doing here. God was already here before they came. One of the ministries of Manos Juntas is to work with mission teams to build small houses for families. That ministry is very important, but it needs to be reshaped in a way where we can do a more holistic ministry to the family. A lot of times teams have come, build a house, and then they leave.
And then if we're not connected with the families, that leaves a family with a better place to live, but the same old problems. So Manos Juntas is trying to partner with the teams and say, let's help this family, not just with a better roof, a better house, but also with their nutrition, with their health, with their education, and other skills for them to make a living. That way you are helping them to complete and get out of a cycle of poverty. The new emphasis in missions is not to do ministry to the people, but ministry with the people. And to my understanding, it is a more holistic approach. A tendency with mission teams is that you're going to have givers and receivers. Most of the time it's our Mexican people that is receiving. We want to reshape, we want to train our people not to be just waiting to receive something, but we want to train them in missions so they can be givers. One of the things that we're doing is our new program called Juntas. That's little hands together. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to teach our children in our community to be part of the mission, to work with the mission team, to serve in different ways to the people in their communities, with their gifts, with their talents. Let's say they're going to visit a home for children, and they're going to do some things for the people. They're going to go and clean a park, they're going to bag beans and rice and then give it out to other people. Teaching them to give, teaching them that they're doing something for others, not for themselves. Instead of being one direction, now it's by, two directions. It's a mutual process where you can learn from us and we can learn from you. The U.S. churches, they can learn from us that even when we don't have a lot of material stuff, a lot of cash, we're still content with what we have. We're always praising God for the things that we own. Our response to the questions about the violence in Mexico and some of those concerns is that it is happening. It is, there's troubles, not just on the border, but in many places of our country. But our ministry has also been very serious about considering mission teams to come and be with us and spend time with us. We won't be inviting teams if we will feel it was a dangerous place to be. We're just following basic common sense guidelines to be safe, like in any big city, any part of the world. We're just going to the areas where we are doing ministry and we are known because of what we're doing. We haven't had any incidents at all. Teams have come, they've been safe. They go back and they say, we don't understand why we were so afraid, or some people were so afraid of us being here. We have a responsibility as brothers and sisters not to put yourself in danger. And we are, of course, praying, but also watching our environment and feeling responsible for your safety. Manos Juntas has been suffering for those fears of people not coming. We have lost more than 50% of our volunteers, mission teams that were coming to Mexico in the past. So that has been limiting the abilities of our ministry to do more outreach work. I will invite teams to come. I will say, it is God's work. If God is calling you to come, don't be afraid. We want to do more ministry to the people, and we want to be for you to be part of it. Let me tell you about Lupita and Maria, how we met them. It was at one of our clinics. It got to be dark, and so we took them back to their house. And when we saw the place where they were living, we were shocked. They were collecting scrap, metal scrap from the streets and to sell it. And one of the things that they were doing is they were bringing a lot of that trash or scrap into their house or in the surroundings of the house. So it was very hard to even walk around it. Lupita's father, he's not able to work, and her mom is in a wheelchair. Also, they have an uncle that lives with them, and he's also an old man that cannot work. They were in high school, and so we talked to them and we say, you know, can we help you? We would like to provide a better housing for you. So that's how we put together this idea of building them a house. Because of these needs that we were able to see, where the parents were not able to work, we figured out that they were taking care of the parents. They were growing up without really the guidance of the parents and the support of the parents. So these are girls that when we met them, they were never smiling. They were always with one kind of a not trusting look in their eyes. So you have to earn their trust before you can work with them. In the process, we also hired Lupita to come and work at our clinic on a part-time basis. So we're supporting her going to school. We're also working with her on a social aspect of her life, where now she can relate to other people. She can learn about responsibilities at a job site, and while her sister is taking care of the parents, she's able to make some money to bring back to home. So you have to work with their nutrition, their health habits, and all of those things. And you have to start somewhere. We decided to start by building them a house, and by providing a small job for her. But see, it's a whole process that is going to take longer than this. So we have to build a relationship to be able to earn their trust and make them grow in their spiritual and physical needs. This is one of the examples that we have when we can say we're partnering with you. We're working together, we're putting our hands together in benefit of this family. Thanks for helping us in doing that.